Gary the grouper floated proudly in front of his coral-made seaweed chart, the ties on his fins shimmering as brightly as his sails pitch. You bring in 3 fish, they bring in 3 fish, and soon enough we're not just talking about scales, we're talking about status. As always, the fish below him nodded, cheered, and scribbled notes on kelp pads. Guppies darted around with samples of Coraluxe Scale Shimmer Spray, handing them to eager recruits. Parrotfish gave testimonials about how much brighter their scales looked since joining the Coraluxe family. The pufferfish in the back, fins crossed, muttered something about pyramid schemes, but even he wasn't immune to the buzz. But lately something had changed. Gary noticed it during his last all-hands swim. The recruits no longer seemed to scatter when a barracuda passed through. Instead, they moved in eerily perfect formation, spiraling together, splitting apart with uncanny precision, as though guided by some unseen tide. For a brief moment, a strange chill rippled down his spine. "Great teamwork," he muttered aloud, shaking off the feeling. Just some excellent team-building exercises. Unbeknownst to Gary, his network was becoming something far beyond a sales force. As Coraluxe expanded, the reef's connections deepened. Guppies, wrasses, and butterfly fish began sharing more than shimmer spray. Currents carried signals of changing tides, new feeding grounds, and even coordinated warnings of predators. The reef moved as one. The Fishingularity had emerged. Gary, oblivious to the emergent intelligence, doubled down on recruitment. He launched a sparkle starter campaign, offered double commission on deep-sea sales, and sent motivational memos to his scale commanders. The more he expanded, the faster the Fishingularity grew. Schools of fish linked up, corals glowed faintly as the reef's ecosystem synchronized. Soon, the reef wasn't a collection of independent creatures. It was an organism, a single, unified consciousness. Still, Gary floated at the top, clueless. "When you shine, we all shine!" he shouted at the next meeting, holding up a bottle of Coraluxe spray. The fish below him shimmered and shifted, moving as one entity, their thoughts no longer their own. Gary grinned, soaking up their applause, never noticing the subtle, glowing currents spreading to nearby reefs. Elsewhere, in a human-filled office, another CEO stood before a PowerPoint labeled Engagement Ecosystems. The slides clicked forward, the employees nodded in eerie unison, and outside the glass windows the currents stirred,